that was Big Riff from Gone by Daylight. And you really, I mean, you can hit those high notes. So you've done a lot of practicing.
Oh yeah. I don't even consider it practice. We just do so much like playing now that we don't even I don't like sit down and consciously practice, you know. It's like I'm always writing, so I'm always singing. We're always practicing, like rehearsing our songs. So I'm always doing that, and then we play shows like all the time too. I play a lot of solo shows too. That's what really helps me out.
Yeah, well, because I was thinking you did a lot of practicing when you were learning how to sing, you know, to be able to get your voice from, you know, what is it, tenor to, you know, soprano. It just, there's a lot of in between there, and you don't crack at all, or, you know, you're not screeching, so, you know, it sounds great.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You're welcome. Now, you guys toured nationally with My Chemical Romance, Bret Michaels, Lifehouse, Misfits, other big name bands. What was it like being on tour with them?
Well, we haven't toured with those bands, but we've played shows with them. We haven't done a full tour. I'm sure the tours would have been crazy, but we only did we happened to play with My Chemical Romance when it was before they even got big. They played with us like a little church in Shannon Jordan's hometown. Like we do shows on our own all the time, and we set up a show, and one of my friends booked them, and then the next thing we know, they're like this huge band. I think it was only a year later they're like all over the place. And I love that band. I have all their records. They're really good.
Oh, I love them too, and so does my daughter. Although now she's more into country music, but she was into rock music a lot, and I can't believe how she did that 180. Because it's funny, I used to take her to country music concerts with me because I like all types of music. And she would sit there bored out of her skull, but, you know, I would teach her anyhow. And then all of a sudden over the last few years. Pardon?
Yeah. How old is your daughter?
She's 20. I got to think. I have 4 children.
Well, she's in her 20s.
She's 22. I think.
Once you get a little older, country starts to make a little more sense. I mean, when you're younger,
so.
When I was younger, I liked it because I just liked the stories, and I like love stories and little sappy things like that ever since I was a little kid. I don't know why, but you know,
that's a good thing for us to know.
I was a sensitive kid growing up, but yeah, I mean, like I liked that when I was younger, and then when I got into rock music, I did not like country. I couldn't stand it. In high school, I was so bored with it. I thought it was the cheesiest thing in the world. Now, some of it starts to make a little bit of sense to me. I like a lot of the songwriting. I like a lot of the majority of it, like a lot of stuff, is kind of recycled and just, I'm not a huge fan of a lot of it, but there's always an occasional song that'll make me want, like, oh my God, the lyrics are amazing. They make me want to cry.
Well, you know, if you think about it, country music today is not like country music of, let's say, Kenny Rogers and Dolly Parton. You know, it's really changed. It's to me, it's you know, it's pop country. It's rock country. You know.
Oh, it is.
It very easily, you know, crosses over to different genres.
Yeah, I mean, the only difference a lot of times between like a pop song and a country song is the guy's accent. That's pretty much it.
Yeah,
like a little banjo
true.
or slide guitar in the back, and you got a country song. It's supposed to be in the production, but it could easily be a pop song. I mean, it's like they started when you would hear like Backstreet Boys do a song, and then there'd be a country version, or like Aerosmith did I remember when I was growing up, they did that song for Armageddon, and it was a country version of it.
Mhm. Yeah, definitely.
It's the
now, how did you end up playing with Bret Michaels? He's one of my favorites, but he's crazy as heck.
Oh yeah. He was just on a solo tour, and it was in Hartford, Connecticut, and they wanted bands to open up, and we just got asked to do it. I mean, the coolest we played with Fuel last summer, and they were really good. I mean, they had a lot of hits in like what was it, the late '90s, early 2000s, and they were awesome. They were still like tight, and the singer was dead on. They were good.
Is there any one band that you dream of touring with?
You know, Third Eye Blind's always been a favorite band of mine. They've always been like, I've loved every single one of their albums. I think I'd love to be able to tour with them just because growing up, I've always liked them, and they're one of those bands that I still like them now. You know, it's not like, I still think they're good, so it's like one of those things. Like maybe Blink-182, they're one of those bands that growing up, they're one of the bands that inspired us to be a band. So I would love to be able to play with a band that's still doing it like that.
Yeah, definitely. What's on your iPod? What kind of music do you listen to?
Well, lately I've been listening to Spotify. Spotify's been like, I love Spotify because
I do too.
I listen to so much music, and it's like it really gives me a chance to just, if I want to hear it, it's there.
Right.
You know? But lately, let's see, I'll go with a 2-week span. The past 2 weeks I've been listening to the new Cold War Kids record.
Mhm.
I've really been inspired by that. The last Tegan and Sarah record, it's like super like dancey pop kind of stuff, but their last record I've been really digging. And then who else? I mean, I always go listen to Ryan Adams. He hasn't put anything new out in a little while, but he's one of those artists I always go to his albums when I don't know what I want to listen to. There's always like a place for his music and whatever I'm feeling at the time. There's this band I recently just checked out. They haven't been around for a while. I think they're called Sparkle Horse.
Sparkle Horse?
Whenever I produce Sparkle Horse, I'm pretty sure that's what they're called.
Okay.
They have some really cool sounds and songs and just like weird production on their songs. And I mean they broke up in 2010. Yeah, it's called Sparkle Horse. My producer told me to check them out, and I've been digging it. And,
what kind of music do they play? Is it rock, or it's just different types?
It's rock. It's experimental. It's indie. It's very, I don't know what you would even call it. It's really out there. I mean, I only listened to one record. I listened to the last record that they put out, and it was really out there. It was called
I'll have to check them out I'll have to check them out on Spotify then.
Oh yeah, they're on there. It's just the most recent record they put out. And then I've been listening to to Dead Weather, one of Jack White's bands.
Mhm.
I've listened to their records lately.
So you pretty much like anything, which is a good thing because you can get a lot of inspiration from many types of different music.
Oh yeah, there's no such thing. I mean, there's genres of music, but I don't like specific genres. I like good music. That's it. I mean, there's either good music or there's bad music. And to you,
right.
That's a personal thing. You know, it's like I like country music, and I like rap music, and I like hip hop, and I like folk, and I like punk, and I like, you know, it's like there's good stuff in every single genre, and there's bad stuff.
Exactly. I know I listen to every type of music that there is, and I have my favorites in different genres and that, and a lot of them, again, like I said, can be crossovers. They may say that they're, you know, a rock band, but yet I can hear their music being on a pop station or something.
Yeah.
So it all depends. I've even heard some music where they say that they're a rock band, excuse me, and I could picture a song or two of theirs being on a country music station. So it just all depends, you know, what the song sounds like. That's all.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. Now, did you ever get any advice from any big-name band or, you know, even somebody like My Chemical Romance when they were starting out that you live by to this day?
No, not really. I don't remember talking to them, to be honest. But, I mean, I have people that I watch so many interviews and so many rock documentaries. I take it all in, you know, and a lot of people's, you know, I respect guys like Billy Joe Armstrong and Dave Grohl and, like, a lot of guys in interviews that just, they're very true to what they do, you know. And,
right.
I mean, right now, and the people that I work with this producer, I work with two producers. One's name is Mike Nato. The other's name is Curtis John. They're both with Universal Music Group. They're basically songwriters, and but Curtis John's been he's been a really big an influence on me and as a mentor vocally. He's taught me a lot of cool things vocally and pushed me lyrically to a lot of things. So I've learned a lot from the guy.
That's great that you have people around that can help you out like that, because if you're, you're an indie, a lot of times everything is learning by yourself on your own.
Yeah.
And you have to go and search out different ways to learn different things. So that's good that you do that.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, let's take another break and play another song from your EP, and this one is Here's Goodbye.
All right.
You're giving up on me. This isn't just a dream, it's real. I'm losing everything. I've lost my sight. The only thing keeping me alive. The only thing worth the fight. Hey, goodbye.
And that's Here's Goodbye by Gone by Daylight. Why am I losing my voice? I don't know, but I want to say that I love harmonies, and you guys do it so well.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Jeff is a great singer. That's one of the key reasons we want him in the band. His voice is just like very high. His speaking voice is pretty high too. But he can go like pretty high, full voice, like than me. So that's why I like having somebody that can sing higher than me to really like thicken up the sound.
Right.
You know,
right.
people that we had in the past sing with, they would always sing lower to me, a lower harmony. And once we had Jeff singing the higher harmony, it was like, whoa, you know, these choruses started sounding a lot bigger.
Yeah. That works for me.
The high one that you hear on those choruses, like in the background,
yeah,
like the song that's right Here's Goodbye. That's Jeff up there.
Well, tell him I love it.
I will. I will definitely.
Now, I know you said you wrote these songs a while back, but do you remember what you were thinking when you wrote that song?
Yeah. I mean, I was in a relationship that was ending, and it was one of those break periods.